All right, you guys. This your boy back at y'all with another one. Smash like, hit subscribe, ring the bell whenever I go live. Also subscribe to the Patreon. I'll leave a link to the Patreon when this stream is over with, man. Let's talk about this, man. So, uh, before I get into the nuts and bolts of what I want to talk about, I want to preface this as saying that I saw Ticket's video about this, and I caught the clip on First Take about Stephen A. Smith going off on Kyrie Irving, right? Now, I want to talk about Kyrie Irving here in another video, right? Because he said some things where I have some problems with what he said, right? But my main ire is towards Stephen A. Smith. Now, this dude running around here talking about how he should be fined for every day he doesn't do an interview, and if he doesn't want to talk to the media, fine, but we're not gonna miss him. This is the thing, right? When Kyrie Irving was traded from the Cleveland Cavaliers to the Boston Celtics, right? One of his first interviews was on First Take. So this whole notion about, oh, well, Kyrie Irving don't want to talk to the media, that's bullshit, right? Considering that he went on First Take, and Max Kellerman tried to disrespect Kyrie Irving on First Take, right? Because Max Kellerman ain't nothing but a disrespectful, useless hack, right? Let's just be honest about that. Max Kellerman is disgusting, man. He made it known to talk shit about, different players, whether it be about Kobe Bryant, right? Because remember, Max Kellerman made up that lie about Kobe Bryant only playing in 58 games and whatnot when there was only 66 games back in that 2010-11 NBA season. That was the strike shortened season or whatever like that, right? But you're gonna sit up there between you and Kendrick Perkins, right? Because Kendrick Perkins takes a shit on Kyrie Irving every chance he get, whether he's on First Take, whether he's on The Jump, whether he's on SportsCenter, or any other, ESPN outlet. Anytime Kendrick Perkins get a chance to take a dump on Kyrie Irving, he does, right? Stephen A. Smith going off about Kyrie Irving, this, that, and the third, right? Because, before, Stephen A. Smith disrespect the person and whatnot, he want to uphold them and prop him up to be like this quintessential human being, right? Because that was Stephen A. Smith do. So when you got all these elements going on, right? Any other ESPN lackey that calls himself coming on TV talking the shit they say about Kyrie Irving. You got Nick Wright going on FS1 talking the shit he talk about Kyrie Irving. So when you got all these different elements going on, why would you think Kyrie Irving would want to go on your platform? Huh? Why? Why do these motherfuckers think they can sit up here and disrespect Kyrie Irving the way they do and expect Kyrie Irving to, let water be under the bridge and bygones be bygones and, hey, I'm going to give you an interview. I'm going to take my time out and talk to you about whatever you want to talk about. So get the fuck out of here. It don't work like that. And, but this is what Stephen A. Smith does. This is what he does. If he can't get what he want, right, he goes on this loud rant, it'd be like 10, 15-minute rant about how this person can't do this and how this person can't do that. And I know your mama and I know your daddy and I know your uncle and all that. We used to eat out together and all that. And we used to cry and shed tears and tell stories and all that. Going on all this long-winded diatribe about stuff that don't got nothing to do with the issue, but he wants to drive the narrative, right? Now, when Kyrie Irving wanted to start his own league, when Kyrie Irving was willing to give up his whole salary for the players to not go in the bubble, Stephen A. Smith had a problem with that. Stephen A. Smith had a problem with that because it would have affected his bottom line, because had the NBA not played no games, ESPN was running out of material to talk about, right? So if they had nothing to talk about, if there was no sports going on, there's no point having first take. And if you don't got first take, then Stephen A. Smith don't have a platform to talk on, right? He don't have a talking point. That means, why are we paying him when we don't have nothing to talk about? You see the domino effect there? But yeah, he got nerve to call himself running his mouth about these players or whatnot. And when these players run up on him, he got a whole different attitude about himself. When he, when he told the truth about the Ray Rice incident, right? Michelle Beto violated company policy by running her fucking clap having Jezebel ass mouth, and he came back with lipstick and a skirt and some, stilettos and apologized. What's up, Omega Red Hitman X? Salute. Right? And who ever forget the video where my brother Tom Bendis ran up on him, right? Tom Bendis ran up on him in a restaurant, and all of a sudden now he don't do interviews. He's scared of the camera, right? Because see, it's one thing when you can sit behind the camera and talk the shit you talk about other players or whatnot or whoever. But it's a whole different animal when the camera's on you and someone's bringing that same smoke to you, right? So we all know how much of a buck dancing coon Stephen A. Smith is. I mean, at this stage of the game, it should not be surprising to anybody how this dude comes off. I mean, let's just be honest about that. This whole diatribe he went on Kyrie Irving was nothing but disingenuous. The motherfucker went on your show. He went on Stephen A. Smith's show. But he don't talk to the media, right? Get the fuck out of here. See, this is the one thing that pissed me off about the media and whatnot, especially ESPN. These people go on these revisionist histories to drive home a narrative or to prop up a talking point. And then the thing about that is when they go on these revisionist histories and all that, they're so unapologetic about it. And then they be poking their chest out, talking about, hell no, I'm not going to apologize. When Max Kellerman talked all that shit he talked about Carmelo Anthony, and Carmelo Anthony had the season he had, then Max Kellerman came out and apologized for that. Then this is even after Lala Anthony called Max Kellerman out on social media about that. What Max Kellerman do? Hell no, I'm not going to apologize. And they wonder why these players don't want nothing to do with them. They wonder why these players put Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman and anybody else on ESPN on the back burner, right? Kendrick Perkins, a career bum, right? He running his mouth all the time, whether it be about Kyrie Irving, whether it be about Paul George, whether it be about Kevin Durant. Yeah, Kendrick Perkins, he does the same bullshit, right? He go from a bum of an NBA player to a go-to talking head on ESPN. Now, you would figure the one player or the one person that won't bring up any kind of incident in a locker room would be Kendrick Perkins. But no, he got to get his shine on, right? He got to let his mouth do all the talking, right? Just speeding. And that's that coon shit I don't like. That's that bullshit I don't like. For real. Who died made Stephen A. Smith king? Fuck him. He act like he's the only person they go to talk about whatever. If he don't go to him, they don't got, just look, Now I understand something. Just because a person's on TV does not make them legitimate. Okay. Now I know these executives at whatever media outlet, whether it be ESPN, FS1, or whatever like that. Yeah, the executives might give them legitimacy. Yeah, they might get a blue check mark on Twitter, but that don't mean I gotta give them any kind of legitimacy. Hey Stephanie, what's up? So all that shit Stephen A. Smith talking about, goddamn on Kyrie Irving and all that, man, miss me with that shit. Miss me with that bullshit. Straight up, man. That shit's not cool. I don't respect that shit. But I don't respect Stephen A. Smith. And yeah, I don't have a problem calling a motherfucker out by name. I do not respect Stephen A. Smith. Never had, never will. This dude is a disgusting scumbag. What's up, Marco Hinton? What's on, man? Salute to you, right? And another thing I want to talk about too is this ESPN Top 100 list. Look, I know ESPN been doing this for 10 years and all that, but truth be told, this ESPN Top 100 list for NBA is going on 10 years too long. Okay? Now I was able to watch part of that list from 100 to 51, and right off the bat, I already got a problem with that list. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna get my boy Too Raw for TV up in here, and we're gonna talk about this ESPN 100 list. What's up, Malik Crosdale? Salute to you, man. For real, man. That list, they need to stop doing that list, man. Straight up, man. That list is disgusting. So Lonzo Ball is, now get this, y'all. This is an example of what I'm talking about. Now Lonzo Ball went from 69th on ESPN 100 list last year to 54th this year. What the fuck? Did y'all not see how bad he stuck up the joint in the bubble? So he had a stretch of two to 3 weeks where he played really good basketball, right? But yet he is the 54th best player in the NBA, right? He's better than Kevin Love. He's better than Serge Ibaka. Are you fucking kidding me? You gotta be smoking crack. But you know what? That's just a teaser. That's a teaser. That's coming up this weekend, right? Oh yeah, I cannot wait, right? Because I still got to go through numbers 50 to all the way up to 1. I'm pretty sure who's number 1. It's probably gonna be LeBron James, right? So that is a teaser right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give too much away right now because I still want to put my foot up in Stephen A. Smith behind, right? All those players you brought in Melo for an interview, right? Melo comes in for an interview, and Mix Kellerman was chomping at the bit to disrespect him, right? And you wonder why these players don't want nothing to do with y'all. You wonder why. No one gives it. Look, I know ESPN used to be, real good journalism, but you can't stand to watch that thing, man. You can't. Whether it be First Take, The Jump, Rachel Nichols, she be lying on TV. And I remember when Rachel Nichols lied about the whole thing regarding the Washington Mystics and all that. They tried to say, well, the Washington Mystics, they're doing renovations to the Capital One Arena, so they had to play their games over at George Washington University. Well, it turns out that Drake was holding a concert that night. The same night the Washington Mystics was playing the WNBA Finals, Drake was holding a concert. Drake would bring in more money than the Washington Mystics. So Drake gets the arena. They play at George Washington University. So yeah, Rachel Nichols, you think we forgot about that? You think somebody forgot about that? But anyway, hey, you guys tell me what y'all think, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get up out of here before I hit some dead spots, man. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what you guys think about Stephen A. Smith, man. This your boy. Scream at me. Hey!